Okay, welcome back, folks, and we're going to go on to Act 4, Scene 2 in Romeo and Juliet. This is a short scene, and I want to start by reminding you of something that happened in Act 3. So, this short little scene is something that gives us a vivid explanation of some irony, and the irony is just a contrast between what's going on with Juliet and what the rest of the Capulet family is facing. Juliet is talking about suicide, ending her own life. She's asking the friar for help, while at the same time, the Capulet family is bustling around, getting ready for a party, and just the contrast between those two things is a very ironic situation. So, if you'll recall, back in Act 3, Capulet said they would have a small wedding party so people would not think that they had already forgotten about Tybalt. In fact, he said, "We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two. For hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman, if we revel much." So at that time, Capulet said they were going to have a small party, invite a couple of friends, because Tybalt had just been killed, and they didn't want people to think that they weren't mourning for his loss. But now, as we start reading Act 4, Scene 2, it becomes very clear that Capulet has changed his mind. So let's go ahead and get started on page 82. You've got your highlighters ready, and we're going to start Scene 2. So many guests invite as here are writ. Sirrah, go hire me 20 cunning cooks. You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers. How can you try them so? Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers, therefore he that cannot lick his fingers goes not with me. Go, be gone. We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence? Ay, forsooth. Well, be may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is. See where she comes from shrift with merry look. How now, my headstrong, where have you been gadding? Where I've learnt me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here to beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforth I am ever ruled by you. Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning. I met the youthful lord at Lawrence' cell, and gave him what becomed love I might, not stepping over the bounds of modesty. Why, I am glad on it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be. Let me see the county. Ay, Mary, go, I say, and fetch him hither. Now, afore God, this reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to him. Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow? No, not till Thursday. There is time enough. Go, nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow. We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night. Hush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well, I warrant you, wife. Go you to Juliet, help to deck her up. I'll not go to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. What ho! They are all forth. Well, I will walk myself to County Paris, to prepare him up against tomorrow. My heart is wondrous light, since this same wayward girl is so reclaimed. Now, of course, we have lots of irony here that if we look on line 32, when Capulet says, "This reverend holy friar, our whole city is much indebted to him." So we know that as the audience, we know that the friar is right in the middle of this, and we're not sure if the family is indebted to him or if the friar is guilty in something here. But Capula right now thinks that the friar has helped to solve this problem by telling Juliet that she should behave and do what her father tells her to do. So this is just a short little scene, but we call this dramatic irony when the audience knows something that's going on, but some characters in the scene do not. So that's Act 4, Scene 2, and we'll be back for Scene 3.